All right. Let's see if everybody can hear me. Can you hear me in the chat? Let's go. We're back. Winter Moon Wargaming special exhibition match series. We're back for 2026. We're leading off with our first match here of the new series. We've got John Bushman rocking his triple saber 212th madness versus Derek McKinnon rocking the Death and Darkness Remnant list. I am joined today by Tom. Welcome in, Tom Vandervelden.
Hey, everybody. It's good to
Hey,
be here.
yeah, awesome, man. So, this is your first time casting on the stream, I think. Am I not mistaken?
Yeah,
Well,
first
welcome
time
in, man.
casting, so
It's exciting.
hopefully I don't mess it up,
Oh, dude, this is
if that's possible. Yeah.
it's chill. This is like remember, this is like the chillest TTS stream. Um, we're just here to have fun. And guys, we got a special one for you. Just to tell you what the objectives are. We've got, I believe this is Outflank. This is one of the new ones that we're going to be playing here, Outflank. And we've got secondary condition, destroy enemy base on the board as well. Or sorry, no, it's not destroy enemy base. They flipped it. It's recon mission. My bad. So a little
Yeah,
more, a
John
little
didn't
less
want anything
exciting.
to do with that.
A little less exciting. I realized there was no bases on the board, and so I was like, oh, this is not what I expected. So anyhow, yeah, so this should be great. When are we doing a Winter Moon tourney? I would love that, and we'll figure something out in the future. I don't have any plans currently, but I just welcome in some of our regulars. I see Brian LeVay. Timbo from saying hi from Ireland. Welcome. Glad to have you tonight. And Hunter Langell and Trent Hale as well. Some names from the Legion scene here in our chat and a very welcome sight indeed to have all these people joining us tonight to watch this game between John and Derek. So I think, Tom, I would like to have you read out for us, if possible, one of these lists, just to get our minds around what these players have devised, what diabolical creations they have brought to the table today. I would like to start with John's 212th list,
Yeah,
if you
absolutely.
would. So please enlighten us as to what he is bringing to the table tonight.
Yeah, I don't believe he's made any changes. He's been putting in a lot of reps. He's going to be the saber tank master here. Um, it's similar or exactly the same to what he played at the Windy City Open recently and did very well. So he's got Clone Commander Cody, uh, Clone Trooper Infantry with the Super Squad on it with the DP-23. He's got two of those. Two Clone Trooper Marksmen, most likely on that turn one with the Infiltrate. Three Saber Tanks, and one of them has the beam, one of them has the armor piercing, and the other one has both. So all three
Fascinating.
with linked targeting ray, Clone Trooper Shock Trooper Pilot, yeah. So same list he had before.
Yeah, so John finishing in Windy City in third place. I have the Longshanks event in front of me now. He finished with 12 tournament points at 4-1 with this exact list, winning Best Republic Player of the day. Windy City Skirmish taking place in, I believe, Chicago? No, Brookfield.
Yep, yeah, out north
Well,
of Chicago, I believe.
yeah, Brookfield, Illinois, it says on the sheet here. And about 48 registrants or so. We had a few drops in there, but still a very, very sizable event. Of course, won by Kyle Dornbos, who returned. He returned to steal to steal the win, much like Rohan to mix universes here in the Lord of the Rings. He just showed up to swing the
Yeah, with the
battle.
cavalry, yeah.
Yeah, to mix universes. Yes.
Yeah, and I think John might have won that match. That I would say, no, we don't like to blame dice, but the dice definitely didn't shoot his way there. A couple of his tanks almost got one shot, and so yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I heard that.
definitely not on his side. Yeah.
I heard similar tales that his red defense dice at critical moments abandoned him,
Yes.
and so
Yeah, I would
his
agree with
tanks were
that.
not able to sort of display the longevity they are sometimes capable of in the protracted fight that 212 finds itself in. It's very interesting
Yeah.
here. I did not actually see the command cards that they played for this first turn. I presume sneak attack was played because that gives you the infiltrate on your supers.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
I
for the remnant, what did you see? What remnant ended up grabbing?
I did not.
Okay, well we'll figure that
We'll see
out.
if you have them out here somewhere. Yeah.
Well, there's two orders here, so probably just standing, I imagine, because this is like Entourage Gideon plus a one from standing orders, maybe.
Yep. I would
Yeah,
guess so too.
yeah, I would guess the same. Um, so let's flip over now to uh Derek's list. So Derek is running Remnant. He's got some
Yeah.
spicy Remnant. Um,
So the loadout for the remnant for his is really what makes the difference. But he has Gideon, improvised in the dark saber. He's trying a new loadout on his Imperial Agent, something new for him. Mostly to get in the command and control uplink. It sounded like. But this spiciness comes from the Sonic Charge Saboteurs that he's had some good luck with. He has Stormtroopers with him, and two different Death Troopers with him. And he said he's had good luck, helps him out on the charge or all the close range. So because he changes things around, he's also able to include the frag launcher then as well with his Dark Troopers. So as John talked about before the game, wondering if he would be safe on round one, and basically the answer is no. With Imperial March on all those guys, they can get where they need to go.
so I'm noticing here as I read the list along with you, Imperial March, 4 copies for 4 trooper units that are not Dark Troopers. So Imperial March just across the board being spammed. And then you've
Yep,
got what I would call full fat Dark Troopers, where you have both the
exactly.
frag launcher and the assault cannon, and the programmed loyalty for the extra token generation.
Yeah, so he's certainly leaning away from the longer range remnant and going to get right up close and personal.
Yeah, that frag launcher. My memories of playing against frag launcher Dark Troopers were before the changes, and Blast was just a kick in the teeth on top of the really good dice pool. And the ability to do it,
Absolutely.
the ability to double up on that on the cover denial was very strong in my recollection. So, because Dark Troopers do get 2 activations per round because of their, I believe it's unstoppable is the keyword that lets them do that, giving them 2 tokens for 1 unit, letting you draw again potentially and activating twice every turn. So Dark Troopers just they're slow. But Gideon, of course, giving them a little mobility boost with the 2-pip, which we will no doubt see this game at some point.
Yeah.
I do like the double Death Troopers. That's a very cool thing. Death Troopers, they make sense because at least in my local meta, snipers don't really exist. So, Death Troopers make a lot of sense when ranged pierce is like kind of low. And are just
Yeah.
the overall quantity of ranged pierce at long range is low. And so it's like, okay, cool, I could put an attack into these deaths, but if I don't have pierce or blast or something to subvert their defenses, it's not going to go very far. It's not going to be an efficient use of my action. And so deaths just, they really have their effective wounds are deceptively high for the low model count and the fact they only have 1 wound. They're very close to Mandalorians, because they're just Mandalorians without impervious, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And he, you know, there's going to be so many other targets. It's going to be hard. Again, if someone has snipers, that's a different story. But we just, we don't see a lot of them anymore. So they're almost kind of safe because they're going to focus on some other targets.
Yeah, I would consider a sniper spam list to be an anomaly in this current climate. But who knows? I mean, there are some predators that these Death Troopers have, notably absent the clone commandos that John is normal that I've seen John run before on this exhibition series and last series. He was very much it was sort of like a who could beat Yoda clone commandos was sort of
Yep, exactly.
kind of an unspoken theme of that series was sort of like how do any of these lists actually stack up to Yoda clones or Yoda commandos, and that was the commandos really were spicy, and even I was just shocked that even in my game that I played against John, where I kind of bungled my objective, I think I had a solid chance to win that game. But it
Yeah,
was like
absolutely.
even with the lack of clone commando shooting, it was just Yoda being able to manipulate the objective that really like kind of put it in front there. And now John, he's pivoting to a list where Yoda is just not present. It's a completely
Yeah.
different style, a completely different like thought process of like how to play the game. Um, you've got
Okay.
no force
Yeah.
powers. You've got no suppression manipulation. I mean, except for I guess beam technically counts, but it's it's kind of like it's just a different method. Like beam spam technically counts, I guess, as a suppression engine.
Yeah. It's way more brute force,
Yeah,
but
it's exactly. It's not as precise as like a Yoda mind trick or like say a custom super attack slice comms. There's
well,
no
it
there's
looks
no
like they're
precision.
getting spicy already here. Um,
Yeah, I
Derek is
see.
definitely threatening that flank right away. I don't know for sure what other units he has as his vanguard. Um,
So this
one
is
of
a
the tanks
sorry. Go
for
ahead.
sure. So that could we could get some early shots over there, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. Yeah. So this is a death trooper. I guess it's looking at potentially shooting these marksmen. I guess.
Yeah.
Wonder if they're trying to determine what can be seen because this is an area terrain piece and
Right.
if I had to guess, they're trying to see what line of sight actually looks like for Derek here.
Yeah. It's a matter of one or two probably.
Yeah, I can't imagine much more. Because again, area terrain now in the latest edition of 2.6 does fully block line of sight. So
Yep. Unless you make the mistake of going in there for some reason, which a lot of people seem to do. Stay out
Death
unless you
Troop,
want to be in.
Death Troopers firing off here, getting some good hits. 4 out of 5. It's not bad at all. To the cover, double cover
Okay.
save for John. Very
Nice.
nice.
There's no one dodge there, so he might. Oh, he's gonna roll it. All right, and he blocks
He
it.
just rocks it out. He's fine.
Clones being clones.
Sometimes you just roll rocks.
I guess he's due after that Windy
I guess
City too.
so. I guess so. Turning to chat now, Brian LeVay says, I've been running strikes and commandos, and it has been solid into the meta, surprisingly. In my opinion, commandos are the best unit into the meta right now. I wholeheartedly agree. I think clone lists kind of start and end with either Delta or a pack of commando, or like a 3-pack of commandos. But if you're
Yeah, and I really think
I would say non-battle force clones.
yeah, the
I think you're
212th is really
looking.
taken over for a lot of people. They really want to run those, the new stuff. But I wonder if it's going to shake out, in the next couple of months when everybody, is trying to figure out what they're going to do.
All right, first saber online for John, running up here. Easy
And not
range
too many
4.
people own 3 sabers either. So
Yeah, I've been actually. It's funny. I own one. It's unpainted, and because we're Winter Moon, right? Sometimes AMG sends us promotional stuff, and so I will be getting the
sure.
Saber tank eventually here as a promotional gift from AMG to do a review of what's in the new box, and so I'll have 2. I'll just need a third one. I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
here's a good
I like low
example.
model count armies generally. This is actually a fairly low model count army, even with the 2 clone supers. It's like this is very low model count.
Oh,
It's
absolutely. Yeah.
a little tough to transport. Just got 3 honkin' saber tanks. They're actually quite large, physically.
Well, they're going to test your theory on those death death troopers right now. They're taking a bunch of hits.
And double 2 cover saves out of 4. We'll see if
I think
they
it
can
was
stand up to 6 saves. Oh man, okay, they
oh,
roll average.
good roll, good
2
roll. Yeah,
out is about what you'd expect.
but that hurts. Yeah.
It always hurts. Yeah, losing Death Troopers, despite how cheap they've become. And this is a Sonic Charge. This is one of the Sonic Charge Death Troopers, so that is unfortunate for Derek getting the worst of that
Hmm.
exchange. Going for the clone commando, or going for the clone marksman, getting 0, and then getting 2 troopers falling there to the saber response from John. So that's
Yeah, I don't think he took out the sonic charge.
no. I meant just
Yeah.
just to refer to the unit in general. But
Yeah.
yeah, he didn't
Absolutely.
take out the saboteur. No, that's not taken out. It's just the 2
but
the two Death Trooper models.
I don't think that's the last shot that unit's going to take. So,
No, certainly not.
so I think they might be in trouble
They
on
might
turn
be.
one
They
here.
might be in hot water, yeah, because their range 4 on a large base like the Saber is pretty darn far.
Yeah, I was watching his. He streamed a game from last week that anywhere an inch and a half off the board, he can reach anything over that. So
Yeah, so it's
yeah,
basically impossible to hide unless you have full line of sight block. It's not like I can do what I do with my swoops and just like do a right turn and stall, or just basically have like running room. Saber tanks into swoops doesn't seem like a great matchup for me. I would not expect to do much damage at all with the to a saber tank with a swoop. Absolutely not.
and I don't think he played the, the Grievous wheel bike at Windy City. I'm not sure. I could take a look, but
Yeah,
he
actually, I could actually call up the match history. Let me look. I actually have it here, I
kind of meant
think.
to ask him when we were chatting earlier if he did face that at all.
Let's see.
Didn't seem like there was that much of it there, other than um,
He faced one CIS player, and looks like he beat that CIS player very soundly.
okay.
And that CIS player was running the double Aqua triple stap
All right.
wheel bike Kalani. Probably, I don't want to discredit him and say he's a net lister, but that doesn't seem very nice to say. Noah Wirtz. I don't know if I don't actually know him personally, so no comment on the net list. But hey, it's it
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
mean it's out there.
So this is interesting, right? It might be maybe we'll take chat's temperature on this topic as well while we're continuing to go back and forth in this first round, right? I've always seen people like, oh, you're so uncreative, just come up with your own list. It's like, dude, you know, I have a life and a job outside the game, and I'm also spending like $5,000 potentially to go to any of these big events, right? Between like flight, hotel, obviously you're trying to minimize your expenses, but you could easily spend $5,000 on like a trip, especially if you're international, right? Like
Oh,
easily,
absolutely. Yeah.
easily, right? Or $5,000 US, which is like what, $7,000 Canadian? I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah.
The point is, it's a lot. And so knowing that, it's like, dude, I'm not gonna risk my tournament life on an unproven quantity if I don't have the ability to practice.
Well, and absolutely. Like I was playing Ewoks recently for most of the season, and I had a version of Ewok, but then you see the Ewok list come out, and you have all that stuff, and you know that it's better than your list. It's hard not to tweak your list to at least
Yeah,
some form of that. And then yes, you are ultimately a net lister, but
yeah, but I guess there's a lot of folks think like netless is like a dirty word, right? But
yeah, I agree.
it really is sort of like it's really just a phenomenon. It's not really like, I don't think it has like a moral, or any kind of like judgment attached to it. But like people tend to like criticize so-called net listers, and I think that's really unfounded, especially when you're trying to win, especially if you're just, it's kind of like telling a chess player not to look at a book of moves.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
like,
think that there's a limited number of iterations. Like we don't have, you know, unlimited amount of units and combinations. It's not, this game is not at that point. So
yeah, absolutely.
like, unless you decide to normally just make your list worse, so it's not a net list, which is, also
Right.
just silly.
Right. So some that's a phenomenon that some podcasts and different miniature games that I follow have talked about, which is sort
Oh,
of like,
absolutely.
I'm gonna take this really good tournament list and like, you know, tweak it, give it my own spin, and then most of the time it just ends up being slightly worse. It kind of
Yeah.
backfires, and it's like, well, actually this was worse, and yeah, you put your own spin on it, but you didn't quite have enough, game knowledge or understanding to really accelerate the efficiency or optimization of
Yeah.
that
And I don't
list.
think if you're not a experienced player and you're not just trying to learn the game and do your best, your list don't matter. In this game more than any other, that I've played, it is not, there's no autopilot list out there.
Hunter weighing in saying, "My thinking is always if these great players think this list is good, there's probably a reason to play it and use it." It's like, yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, it's like I said, no a known quantity. Once it's been played out a lot, and once multiple people at like a higher level in the game have played it, kind of follow their homework, or I got what is this? I follow the trail
Yeah.
and skip your homework a little bit. That is to say, if you do skip your homework, you will have a bad result because again, these things are not always pick up and play.
And it only takes you so far, like
Absolutely. Like I certainly can. It's sort of like I've been playing a lot of RTS in my downtime lately, and like there's a lot of that sort of like, yeah, I can copy a build, but then you know it's as they say in chess, it goes into theory after a certain point.
right.
And in RTS games, your mechanical knowledge of how to actually like make the units go and make the buildings build, actually kind of comes into play. Same with Legion, right? Not
Yeah,
giving away the
absolutely.
sort of the logic of not giving away shots, the logic of activations, timing sensitivity in your units. If I go now, then I can do X, or if I don't go now, I can do Y later. Sort of calculus that always happens in a Legion game. So that said, we have floated away a bit from the play-by-play. So let's catch up. We have the
Yeah,
Imperial agent deploying on the my left side, the audience's left side here.
yeah, but it looks like John was playing it safe with his clones. After I think he knows he's going to get those shots on the tank. So with the tanks,
Yeah, John does not have
and
any. He is not in any hurry to deploy his tanks.
right.
He's
Oh,
this is what we always do, right? And this is probably going to be just review for some of the audience here, right? We're always waiting to suss out as much information as possible before we deploy our very big timing sensitive pieces. So it's a sort of a safety issue. It's also just a sequencing thing because it's like, okay, well, if I sequence later, I get an attack, and if I sequence too early, I don't get an attack. And I only have five attacks ever over the course of the game, generally speaking. So, I want every single one I can get a hold of.
yeah, absolutely.
It's
Looks like Gideon's gonna control the middle with these dark troopers, so not surprising there.
I see Blood Ocean in the chat. Hey, Bobby, long time no talk. Welcome back. I'm glad to see you still playing. And then Matt WP8WS says greetings from Michigan. Welcome in, sir. Good to have everybody here as we continue this exhibition match between John Bushman and Derek McKinnon. So Gideon deploying centrally, not really a surprise. He's one of two commanders, right? And so the programmed loyalty on the Dark Troopers would not trigger unless a commander was present. So you could um, make that call as you progress here. We've got John coming on the battlefield from the side here, using his Saber tank to vault up this terrain from the edge of the
Yeah,
board.
there's much discussion prior to the game about that, and I don't think it's a solved question yet.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
if you want to summarize what the question was before the game started.
yeah, and this led back to the other game that John streamed. Is if you can move on the board directly on top of things. There was this giant building on his last stream, and then if he's able to move on to these pieces from off the board, he seemed to get an answer um, from the forums that if you agree with the other player at the beginning of the game, that if it's basically right on the edge of the board, you can go on it.
I see.
But then on top of it, if he can move down off of it or not, he's going to look into it. But with this particular piece of terrain, since it's ramped, he should be pretty safe. So,
All right,
but the
so we
question
got
would be whether or not he'd be stuck up there if there was no ramped. And I think John's going to look into it, so he'll have an answer.
Death Troopers taking another 5 saves. Oh, solid block there. No
That's big.
damage. Huge.
No ice dice.
Nice dice for Derek, absolutely. Big save there for those Death Troopers. They probably will live into the next round. Having done that, I imagine.
Yep.
That's kind
We
of
got
important.
Sean Krogalinski in the chat, one of our Wampa guys,
Hey, welcome,
Wisconsin guy.
Sean. Good to see you. Sorry I didn't reply to comments on the last podcast. I need to go back through and actually catch up. I anticipate my interest. I'll just be frank with the audience. My interest waned a little bit in the game over the last couple weeks, but now knowing that there's new expansions coming sooner than I anticipated, and also the pirate tank coming out is kind of inspiring as well. I'm eager to get like a sort of an actual piece of artillery for Shadow Collective, as opposed to the sort of the bus, which is kind of the surrogate artillery piece. Buses can kill ATSTs. I did it the other day in my TTS team league game. I traded a frenzy bus for Marquand, which was an excellent trade. Still lost the game because of bring them to heal. Scouts don't hold suppression, man. They either never take suppression because they're hidden, or they die.
Now we're going to see that big impact saboteur shot into the tank here. So.
Oh yeah, the DT rocket launcher here.
Didn't know that we'd see it that fast, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean John deployed aggressively, and aggression is going to get met with a reply here from Derek. These red DTs with their HH-12 going to try their luck against the armor of the Saber. It does have a surge token and a dodge.
Shareable dodges, yeah.
And shareable dodges, yeah, because these are veteran clone pilot tanks, right? No, they're shock pilot tanks. Never mind. They're not VCPs. That's why they have the surge, is because they have the shock pilot. Shock pilot really unlocks this list, in my opinion. I don't think this list exists without the shock pilot, frankly. Well, maybe that's an overstatement. It doesn't exist at the highest level of competition without that card.
What's just that little extra that kind of nudges it?
Yeah, it tips its efficiency over into another level, or kind of like pushes it to another level. Because now that single surge, right? It's like it's an additional 1 in every 6 saves that you make. It's a way to sort of shore up the defenses, and I don't think clone engineers are even allowed in 212, which is weird to me. There's actually no repair in 212. I mean, that would be kind of ridiculous. You already have, 27 wounds of red armor because the sabers are 9 each.
Right.
Oh man, this Death Trooper shot a lot of white hits, but it's probably better than it looks. I think that's 5 so far with impact 3. That dodge will probably be spent.
Oh, another crit.
So he can dodge a crit here with the outmaneuver and then impact 3. It should go down to 5 saves. There it is. Yep. And the Saber does take a surge, but 2 wounds as well. So good start there.
Yep.
Again, it's going to take a while to chew through that Saber with just the one HH-12, right?
Yeah, but I wonder if it's close enough if he's going to be able to get one of those. I'm pretty sure it is. Like even that big squad on, but looks like those are his flanking squad to join the Imperial officer over there. So really all he has. Dark Troopers, they might have range on their second move with the frag launcher, but I don't think so.
I don't know if they can reach range 2 even if they went as straight as possible.
Right.
It's just the Saber is able to project power from a long range. So now we have a clone shotgun super infiltrating. Go ahead. Sorry.
Found our battle point here. This is where they are going to fight.
Yeah, this POI on the side.
Wow. A lot is going to be decided, I think, on round 1 here.
Checking back in with the chatter. Welcome Sarka8773. Says greetings from across the pond. Waiting for the Republic starter box to get back in stock to start up Legion again and run 212th. only with one saber though. I think that's completely viable as well. I think there's multiple ways you can run 212. Triple saber is just one skew. You can definitely try to leverage. I like Obi-Wan in 212. I think that's an unexplored territory. I think Obi-Wan's very good.
I think so too. I think he's very high floor, high ceiling character and
Yeah,
difficult.
he can be extremely powerful in the right circumstances, but he can also let you down because again it's like a concentration of points in one unit.
Oh yeah, and Sean's looking forward to that tank too. He is a Shadow Collective player.
Yeah, I'm also hoping that one of those pilots are going to give it Surge Jet because there's three models for the pilot. There's a Black Sun, there's a Pike, and there's another alien that I don't know the name of off the top of my head.
In a weak way, maybe.
I don't know. It's not even a weak way. It's like the weird guy with the cone helmet. He's got like a bandage. He's got bandages on his
Oh,
head.
that guy.
Yeah, he's like one of the swoop riders. I don't know what his species is. I'll have to look
Guy
that up.
Adamunde's like a half brother or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Brother from another planet. I don't know. All right, clone super weighing in here. Going to take a big range 3.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah. And supers hurt at range 3, range 2. They hurt at all the ranges. Cover taking
Ouch.
1. He's going for that orange squad that's weakened. This could be big. Takes 2 more. I think that's going to be the heavy.
Yeah, 1 left.
That is unfortunate. I think I may have spoke too soon when I said that squad was going to live, but yeah, I mean, again, John he found the weakness in the armor, and he's like, okay, these guys are prime target, and he's just concentrating his fire on one target, trying to make sure it gets off the field. And he'll go up in activation, go up in points, one less body on a POI. It's just all good for him.
Yeah, these two woke up and chose violence today.
Yeah, they did.
I guess outflank pretty much forces it.
Yeah, Sean calling it the cone mummy, which is kind of the cone mummy.
The Dan Aykroyd cone heads.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, yes, for us millennials who are on the verge of Gen X. Yeah, people like me who
and I'm even on the other side of that, so yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in in the early '90s, so I'm an elder millennial. That's what I've been told. But yeah, I mean, Coneheads. I love that movie. It's a great movie. I like the scene. I like the scene where they do the fireworks display, and there's like that little tiny rocket, and the fire safety guy's like, pretty cheap, Conehead. And then it turns out to like blow everybody's mind. Yeah, we would even joke that we were going to consume mass quantities for dinner. Conehead's part of my childhood for sure.
Yeah, I was old enough to be like, we probably went to that in the theater, so yeah.
Yeah, I think it was on Comedy Central forever.
Sounds right.
Forever, yeah. Because I think wasn't Dan Aykroyd still on SNL?
When that came out, probably.
Yeah, I think he was still on SNL. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was certainly
Well, Chris Farley was definitely still on SNL.
yeah, I think he was probably
away.
gone because I think it was an early '90s film. So I think Aykroyd was probably off, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And all those other guys were in even small parts.
Farley with that blue suit, man. That's
well,
it
looks like we'll have an activation here without any firing, so that's something we haven't had in a few
yeah, I know. So here comes a super. This is a Storm Super with a Saboteur. But what is going to guard this POI? Like, there's nothing over here for John. So you wonder, is he going to deploy the third Saber over here to fight this off, or?
He almost has to.
Yeah.
At least to control his point, because otherwise they're just going to keep moving through. Yeah, I played this one recently with some Ewok slingers just being able to score sitting on that back point. Nice cheap
I
activation
tell you,
to have a.
Ewoks super slingers and even the normal slingers are so annoying. Oh man, they are just ugh. I remember
So
playing
Zog,
against Bright Tree at LVO, and
yeah,
I tell you what, I was so glad I took Magdats because they can be used in melee now. So it's like, oh, you mean I can actually one tap this Ewok squad because I can do 10 damage or whatever? Because I have actually, it's not 10, it's like 8 or something. Yeah, because it's 5 dudes in the Magdat, so it's 8. But you can still like if you've done a little bit of damage, you can then one tap.
at least kneecap them.
Yeah, yeah. If nothing like either
So
that or just like because it was really weird. I did that thing I do where I miscalculate on an objective, and so I was like, well, I have to kill this, otherwise I fall behind. And then I was able to burn through it because I had like 8 hits or something stupid because of the token because of precise on the Magdet and the frag grenade as well. Well, no, it was no actually. If I remember correctly, he didn't tie me up in melee, so I could use the frag grenade for the surge. So I frag grenaded, and that really hit off big time, being able to surge to crit against Ewoks with blast as well. Oh,
so
interesting, John.
Zog.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, well Zog was asking in the chat. He missed the start, and Hunter kind of wrapped it up. But yeah, the big fighting on that flank. The Death Troopers took, only have the leader left, so that was probably the most significant casualty so far. The tank only took 2 wounds, but John getting creative here. If he puts this tank over here somewhere, I guess we'll see. He's gonna have to rotate around, I guess.
Yeah, so Zog also saying that assuming there's a bunch of passes, yeah, there's none of the there's 3 out of 4 Dark Trooper activations left is what we have. So
Correct.
there's 2 additional activations to end the round for Derek. So that will maybe come into play. Again, it's a little tough.
If we
Dark
can get in
Troopers don't
range,
have the
yeah.
force projection like a Saber does. And here's the other cool thing
Artist said this.
about vehicles, right? Is like you have the force projection and the durability that you can sort of it makes your timing a little bit more neutral than normal, so you can like surprise your opponent like, oh, I'm going to go with the vehicle now and take your head
Yeah.
off, you know. So you can do that as well. Comes the Saber number 3.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know that those Dark Troopers are going to get in range to do anything, so I don't know if Krugar is going to have to sort of retreat a bit and fight over these other 3.
Yeah, so John has kind of set up a kill box on this end of the board.
Yeah.
Basically, anything that wanders into this sort of like middle area between the middle and the far POI there on where the red Death Troopers are, they're gonna get smoked because there's just too much heat coming off this clone ball.
Yeah.
So
They're
I
going to move
mean,
forward and take that side for sure.
it's pretty clear that Krugar will basically, unless he deploys a super here, which he might. I mean, I think a clone super has a good shot against the agent and the storms, even unsupported. Like Pierce by itself is really dangerous. Let me see what these clone supers have. They just have super in the DP. Okay, so they don't have any kind of like grenade. That's one thing I'm noticing a little bit is that grenades are like becoming a thing that you can add to your list for utility because we're now at 1,000-point cap. So like grenades are like a real choice at this points level.
Yeah. It makes it way more interesting. And, the thermal detonators for us rebels have really set it off, but I think it's really kind of opened the eyes for a lot of them because it really makes sense because everyone's just, getting so close so fast.
So this is a range 4 shot, I believe, into the Dark Troopers. I think. 1 wound going on. Yeah, the Dark Troopers are highlighted, so I believe that is.
Yep.
Dark Troopers taking a single wound there. They have, what is it, 2 wounds each or 3? No, 2 wounds
2.
each. They're not Wookiees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll probably be okay with that.
Yeah, he's fine. Taking a single wound off a Saber is no, well, I shouldn't say it's no big deal, but it's less consequential than, say, taking wounds elsewhere.
Yeah, Sean commenting on the dark interaction with the pass mechanic. It certainly is hard to deal with, so especially somebody who's new. And we have a couple locals here who I know Sean plays against Nick is one of the guys that plays Dark Troopers forever, and that pass mechanic certainly is something to get used to, at the very least. I
You
think they
gotta
couldn't
watch out
take it
for.
away from them though, because that's really their main bag of tricks, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's kind of their gimmick that they're stuck with. So here's the second DT activation for them. They're just gonna move as far as they can, probably take a dodge because they're not gonna be able to get any attacks this round.
Right. More over here? Wow, John.
Yeah, he's piling on. He's like, I'm gonna just
He ain't
kill.
messing around.
I'm gonna absolutely crush this flank and then use that as a marginal advantage to roll my opponent over as the game goes on.
I don't know if those darks or death troopers were marked or not.
That's also another question we should think about too is who has the recon. I believe it's the scout troopers or Rugar has his recon. Then
Yeah, the two over there, and then the scout troopers.
right, and then Saber number 7 has the recon intel for John, and that's this aggressively positioned one, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Sorry for the camera moving being so rapid, audience. I apologize. Yeah, the blue Saber. So it is
That's his vanguard unit.
the Vanguard Saber. Yeah.
And I don't see. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't catch who they marked. Looks like maybe Gideon had a mark, and no, they're playing recon, so Gideon has one of them. Marked got vetoed.
Were we talking about the outflank Vanguard units?
Yeah, and then I was mistaken that they went on marked right as we left them. I thought they were going with mark,
No,
but they
they're
went
on
to
recon
recon.
mission. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another range 3 shot from the super. Looking to finish off this red Death Trooper with 4 saves. It's going to do it on average. Yeah. Good night, Irene. And clone supers. Pretty awesome, right? And here's the thing, they're not even that much better than a Rebel Super at this range. Just about the same. So, some food for thought for Rebel players who are obsessively playing fleets. Um,
Well, Cassian fleets, it's hard to deny.
of course, yeah. I mean, it's Cassian's just excellent. There's just no other way to put it, really. And on a fleet, he's a natural fit on fleets. Makes their piercing punch so much more powerful. He basically doubles it up, right? Because he's got 2 reds himself. So 2 reds
Yeah,
plus the 2 red shotgun. That's nasty, man. For the lotto pull, or the lottery from the white dice.
absolutely. Yeah, and I've been using them with Jedi Luke, who I love to play, and serve with them is just a feels bad moment almost in a way. So.
Oh, thank you for catching that. Yeah, I just fixed it. Thank you, Matt, for catching our overlay error. This feels like one of those like little games to spot the difference.
It's a community here.
Yeah, it's a community effort. So I think I just updated it. Yeah, okay, there we go. I had to manually input some of the data. We have so John actually he does a tool for streaming that we use to update the overlay. So I'm able to sort of just go into the separate little box and move a bunch of dials around. Make sure the overlay says the right things at the right times. Super useful.
Yeah, absolutely.
John, I believe his current, at least one of his recent jobs was game development. Oh,
Oh, really?
yeah. So he's a statistician, I think, by training.
Well, then we'll give him a break on that music he was playing on his last stream with the commercials. So since he's concentrating on all the hard stuff. So
Yeah. All right, Scout 3 coming from this Scout Trooper unit here.
Yeah, and they have that point all to themselves now.
Yeah, trying to flank that Saber tank. Flank that tank. Get up there with those Sonic Charge. Or no, this is a T-21 Scout. Okay, never mind. So still a little bit deadly, no, the
Especially
T-21.
with that weak point side.
Right, and
That,
now marching as well. So Scout march move seems good. Very, very far. He's actually got the shot already with the 2 moves. If I'm not mistaken, Scout does count towards your move for Imperial March. So you're able to double speed 3 on the entry to the board, on entering the board. So,
Yep.
I mean, if
On
you
that
got
second move, yeah.
yeah, well, he's got a shot. Well, actually, he can't shoot everybody. He can only shoot the white dice of the T-21 here, but because he's not a stormtrooper, he's a scout trooper, so he needs range 2. He could at least lob the T-21 at something. Try to chip a crit in there. Nope. Remnant aim. Gonna get dodged by the outmaneuver. Man, brutal.
Yeah.
This is the trouble with the sort of, there's a category of weapon in the game that's like single crits, single crit or double crit, and that outmaneuver just ruins that. You just get completely stuffed by the presence of outmaneuver on a dodge token. So unfortunate for Krugar, they do brick the shot there, right into the dodge token, and now we're setting up for the second round of this game. Folks, if you are enjoying this match, I will point you to the stream description. I will have all the lists. There's also a link for coffee.com there if you are inclined to support financially. It is never a requirement, but we do appreciate so much the generosity of our audience members. So coffee.com/wintermoonwargaming. With that, we are entering the second round of play. We have flexible strategy from the 212. This is the 3-pip. When a trooper is issued an order with this card, it may remove up to 1 suppression token or make a speed 1 move. And he deleted it before I could finish reading that, so I'm going to go grab it from, or he put it back and he put it somewhere.
Oh, he's sitting on his sideboard.
Oh, okay. He moved it. Never mind. I found it again. When a vehicle is issued an order with this card, it may gain an aim or dodge token. Wow. That is a very, very great card, considering that 212 is kind of a hybrid battle force between trooper and vehicle. Gives you the option. I wonder if he's going to go all in on sabers or bump these supers up and they'll start blasting. I would be sorely tempted if I was a... I mean, this is an obvious combination for a super, a shotgun super, right? You infiltrate, move, shoot, and then flexible strategy, speed 1, and just start blasting.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, he and Derek just played assault, so and they're gonna have a. I don't think they rolled yet, or did they? Yeah, Derek must have won the roll.
I think
off.
Derek won the roll off. Okay, so that's positive for him. He has this red squad is in deep trouble.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have an order on it though, unfortunately, but it is kind of in trouble, relatively speaking. It's surrounded by clones and likely to get destroyed unless he retreats. Which, you know, he may do. I mean, it's a lot of heat, right? It's four enormous attack pools that are pointed at him right now.
No chance to stand up there, I don't think.
Yeah, he needs to back off because preserve his units. But I believe here's the flexible strategy move from John here, coming into range 2. Very nice. So bringing the shotgun online, these poor death troopers, man, they need to get the heck away from there. I think John realizes, though, that he could do this, but then it's not a guarantee because of the timing.
Right.
So, you know, you can do this move, but they may still escape. So the sort of the safer play, I guess, would be to aim up your tanks and give them the full timing, but he doesn't have to actually put all 3 orders from the card because he has Cody, right? So Cody has direct vehicle.
Right.
So Cody will slap 1 order. You can put 2 orders on 2 tanks and then take 1 tree. push it with the card. So
And he's obviously got to concentrate now, over toward that middle because I think the flank is his.
yeah, he's definitely won this side. He can certainly shift his focus to contesting the center.
And it looks like Gideon has a recon for Derek and one of the tanks for John. Difficult to suss out who has the other recon token.
Sean's saying it must be nice to have super squads. I know, right? Where's my Pike super squad, dude? It wouldn't even be that strong, would it? Like, because your range 4 gun is the same. You just have more dudes. That's all.
Which they're hard to kill anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, does it really make a difference? Like, I don't really.
Black Sun, on the other hand.
Yeah. Black Sun should never have a super squad. That's just dice inflation. Just Black Sun super, right? You'd add like what, 5 miniatures, 4 miniatures? It's another 10 dice to throw. I'm sure AMG would make a lot of money if they decided to do that. But it would not be healthy for the balance of the game, I tell you that.
No, I do not think so.
Yeah. It's always an interesting topic, game balance and incentivizing people to buy things. That gets a little messy. Oh, Derek going for it. He's like, okay, we're going to go out with a bang.
I guess he's going to get in that side, try to get in that side of that tank.
Got to be careful. The HH-12 has a minimum range. I believe it does still. Yeah, it's a minimum range of 2. And can he fire and move away? Like, I don't know. I guess he's just looking for side arc if he can. I don't think he can.
It seems to me that, yeah, he'd be better off shooting and moving away.
I think you fire and run here. You run behind the tree and pray. Or actually, you run behind the area terrain. See? Then you'll be okay, for the most part. He's going to go in with the pistols, it looks like, on top of the HH-12.
Yeah, he needs something big here.
It's a good start. He's got the aim from Remnant. Size 2 on top, so that should help quite a bit. Death Troopers are especially good in Remnant since aims are worth double. Did he aim a second time? Wow. Or no, he's just adjusting there. Okay, so that looks like 1 crit, impact 3. Okay,
Ooh, they did have another aim there.
Yeah, did he aim? Do you have a cache? I'm missing something? I guess he aim actioned. Wow. It's not enough to break the armor, though.
Maybe he felt a little desperation there, but I feel like they could have moved back and survived another turn.
The saber just dodge and then roll 3 saves and take 1 wound. Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? It's Remnant plus independent, yeah.
Yeah. Target.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But he flipped him over, so he did not.
Oh, no, he must say, he took an aim. Wow, okay. That's bold. All right, he's gonna try to survive and score. Okay, fair enough. I mean, it's drawing fire away from the middle, and he's giving his.
I guess
he's gonna try to. I guess the idea is we're fighting a delaying action over here to try to get the Dark Troopers into the center. These Dark Troopers have to hit the middle like this turn, and start doing damage. That's the problem when you have a unit like Dark Troopers that are a little bit short range, or not short range, but they're short range because they're slow. And they don't infiltrate.
Yeah, certainly into armor short range, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, John activating the middle saber, turning to face his otherwise undefended side.
Strafing on over.
Yep, strafe. He does get the free pivot as well from the Nosh base pivot rules. that are in effect in 2.6. He's not a speeder. We clarified this at the start of the game. Since they're not a speeder, they do get the Nosh base pivot that is entitled that all Nosh bases are entitled to now.
Yep.
Just makes a lot of sense to me. It's definitely made the vehicle movement more fluid. Looks like he's not doing that. Maybe he was just pre-measuring.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's a pre-measure. That's fine. Okay, so he pulled Cody. Well, what is Cody gonna do? Cody, I guess Cody can try to move shoot. I'm not sure what else he's gonna do. He has take cover. That's a thing he can do. Can't jump over this infinitely tall redwood. He only has jump 1. Oh, he has easy range 4 on those DTs, or on those death troopers. I mean, I might as well just take the shot, right? Like, just ping him, because you have
I
Pierce
think
on
at this point there's no reason to not to, yeah.
Yeah, you just pile on, and you're trying to get the dark troopers and do damage there. And you do have a critical surging gun, so strong temptation. Maybe he doesn't want to shoot the darks here because he knows he's dedicating other attacks into the death troopers. Yeah, I mean, this is fine, right? Like, totally justifiable.
Yeah, and both tanks are going to go here. They're going to all focus on the one dark. You know, why not?
Yeah, spread the damage. You can spread the damage out a little bit and it won't hurt you. All right, in goes Cody with the long rifle of his, with the crit surge. Gets 3 hits, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Does impact 1. No lethal. Gonna try to put 1 wound through, maybe kill that wounded dark. No, this it.
Dark Troopers not rolling a surge always makes them happy.
By contrast, hitting the DTs, that would have been cover and 2 saves potentially.
He just must feel that this is his.
Yeah, he's got to feel that these red guys are a goner. Once he knows he needs to, I guess the trick here is to get them like early and often, right? Like don't get, you don't want to. If you neglect them too long, they'll punish you. But can this dark trooper reach range 2? I don't think so.
No, yeah, but get the critical 1 gun.
Yeah, you're still gonna take the shot with the assault cannon here. Like there's no reason not to. And why?
I'm not sure who he shoots here. He might be shooting clones.
Yeah. I mean, again, like the dodge on the saber tank is just gonna negate the critical.
Yeah.
You could chip the super. Like that's something you could try to do. Just reduce its damage. It's a tough call, man. Like everything in John's list is a tough sell to attack.
Yeah. Yeah, only shots you feel good about are on marksmen, and you know those are not going to be vulnerable.
You got to bring some major heat against this 212 list. I tell you what, like that's what I'm saying right now. Otherwise, they're just going to bury you. Sean says about the earlier Blacks and Super, depends how much will they sell the dice for. Yeah, I mean, not to belabor the point, but some people are experiencing a little bit of sticker shock at the price of the Temu bikes.
Yeah, more than I thought.
There's sort of like a universal feeling of sticker shock at the price, but I mean, to be fair, they've made the decision to include more sculpts than necessary, I guess.
Yep.
So you're paying, I guess in my head it's like, okay, well I've got 2 bike models, plus I've got bodies and arms for Magna Guards and BXs, and so it's like in my head it's like what, 6 miniatures to kind of roll into 2 big miniatures. But I don't know. I can't justify their pricing model, but like that's just my thinking on the issue.
Yeah, and how easy are they going to be able to swap in and out? And
right. And who knows if you want 3? Like who honestly knows?
So So they went up there and decided to shoot the tank. I don't.
Yeah, and there's 2 crits on the field here, so critical 1 and 1 natural crit. Dodge will take away 1. Saber does take a wound.
Something through.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't know if they're going to get to range 2 next turn.
It's possible. I don't know. John's
Yeah.
activating his saber immediately. Gonna shoot back.
Yep, he's already contesting. No reason not to.
Yeah, just aim shoot. It's sort of a... He's in position to just fire away.
This could have hurt.
This is the armor-piercing shell.
Yeah.
I recognize those dice. Ooh,
Ouch.
dirty. The main cannon has critical, which is a horrible thing to know. Given what's on the dice here. I think this is like 7 or 8.
Yeah, armor will eat it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 8. Good lord.
Yikes.
Oh, nice save.
Ooh,
Okay.
Nice.
Dark Troopers. Taking 2 hits. Not bad. Derek needs those defensive stops in the face of this onslaught. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, and here's Ryan talking about TI4. I mean,
Hey Ryan, how's it going, buddy? Yo,
nothing else
can you
speed that
fill
damn
us
up.
in? Can you fill us in on Rocky Top and what the hell's going on? Because I've heard some tales, okay, but I want to hear it from the man himself. But I hear Legion is still happening in one form or another. So please feel free to fill in the chat on that and invite people to that event, since you are here. You tell Bushman to hurry up and loses his pick in our TI4 draft.
Yeah, in his recent podcast, he was talking about how his goal was to play TI4 in 4 different states or something this year. So
to have like four games. Yeah,
it's turning into a TI4 podcast.
I've never played full blown TI4. I've played similar games to it, and I played Inscription.
Yeah,
I
it's
played
as good as it gets.
The game that
if you have the right group.
The game that I played that was similar to it was what is it? Eclipse.
Okay, and Eclipse is similar in a way, but it's much more organized than TI4 is. You have to lean into the chaos and have 6 hours in.
Yeah.
Something just go backwards and basically ruin your entire day. But if you have the right group of people, which I'm lucky enough to have, it's about as much fun as you can have for a day.
We got some clone trooper marksmen moving through the woods here. Do they have aims to convert criticals? I do not think so. I think their sole purpose in life is to sit on objectives. Be slightly cheaper than regular infantry. Comes Moff Gideon. Now, if I'm not mistaken, right, I keep calling it Lookout, sir. It's called Backup in this game.
Yep.
Backup doesn't apply with Dark Troopers, right? Like, Dark Troopers cannot back up Gideon. Like, they're not special forces and they're not core.
Well, it has to be a core unit.
Has to be core, yeah. So Gideon, if Gideon pops out, he's maybe in danger a little bit because, you could just focus Gideon down. Anywho, here's a squad of shores. So Ryan says the con is taking a break. But we are going to have a Legion event the same weekend the con would have been. May 23rd and 24th. Details soon once we lock in a venue. Well, good to know. Good to keep the flame going despite the prevailing winds.
Third TI4 game of the year. He needs help. Well,
dude, it's only the 21st of January. What are you doing? Holy smoke.
It's only 30 hours
It's
or
only
so. I
30
mean,
hours. What are you doing? We need to get you one of those like we need to get you like a Steam profile for all your offline gaming so you can tell on yourself when you play too much.
okay, good comment in the chat that the Gideon's Entourage Dark Trooper lets them provide backup.
Oh yeah, okay. So Entourage gives you that power. Okay, well that's really good. Okay, that's
Good
super
pickup.
good because that makes program loyalty all the better. Because like I want to keep him close to him anyway because they give him backup. So all right, well here come the other naked marksman, the other non-equipped marksman, just coming forward to tag the point. So now it's a 1-to-1 on this right side point, what I'm calling the right side point. If we look from the red player's perspective, Imperial troops on the opposite side of the board advancing quickly as they can. They own this left side of the board.
And then getting that bonus points for the Vanguard, which I guess that tank is also going to have to move then.
We are expecting a snowstorm to shut down the south, so we are playing TTS when snowed in, provided the power holds. Yeah, that's a good use of time actually when you're snowed in. Playing internet TTS. I like that idea. Where else to go? All right, so this is I believe this is Saber into the DPs, and they
The
take one wound.
the marksman maybe. Oh no,
No,
the
it
saber
is
shot
the
then move.
Vanguard
Yeah.
Saber. Yeah, he's gonna try to tilt this thing around. So he gets the shot. He's gonna come around here and tag the POI. We did say he's able to hang off the terrain this way since it's sloped. Yeah, so that's definitely a legal position he's in there.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh.
Off the edge of it, we're still not sure the middle edge, but you know.
Yeah, this slope here, he's fine. Yeah, so he's just slid in there and he's good, looking good. So, DT's taken one wound. Yeah, snow is something I've had the fortune of avoiding for a lot of my life. I was born in California in the non-snowy part of the state, and then I moved to Florida, so there was hardly any snow in Florida. So
I've been in Wisconsin all my life, so we've had lots and lots of snow.
I remember seeing a picture. I forget whose wall it was on. It's probably a Facebook picture someone had of so I live in the west coast of Florida, but I visit Palm Beach, the Palm Beaches sometimes, which are on the eastern side of the state, which are closer to Miami, right? So like the southern tip. They had a picture from 1977 of the day that it snowed in West Palm Beach. And they was snow. It was a real snow. It was enough snow to like write the date into the windshield of the car. No, like it was a real snow.
Only 50 years ago.
Yeah, only 50 years ago. Yeah.
So Derek is moving up on that flank, so he'll get, you know, control of that and his Vanguard points. So
Nice. Okay.
point wise, it'll continue to be close.
So solidifying his VP, control of the VPs by concentrating his army in this position. Also, conveniently blocked by the redwood, so he does not eat stray saber shots. Story of these poor death troopers will continue. Here comes the shotgun super to ruin their day. They should have cover from the POI. One of those weird situations where you could technically thread the needle, but you know no one's gonna really do that in a real world game. I've never encountered that in a real world game.
Yeah, I'm still not perfectly clear who recon scores on their activation. So Gideon has one, and I guess I'm betting this middle tank has it for John.
You're referring to the recon?
Yeah.
So actually, this blue. Oh, that's interesting. The blue Vanguard tank has the recon mission token, I think. Or no, the purple one does. You're right. The middle one does. Never mind. I see it's the condition versus the objective token. The objective marking Vanguard, the condition marking recon. Yeah, so that purple tank is going to have to lunge to get two units.
Right. So that could be interesting because I guess Gideon may have some trouble getting there as well.
Yeah, because this has been a very standoffish engagement so far, but now they're coming into range, but it's like a round delayed, kind of.
Yeah. I think John's probably happy just to clear this side and then
Absolutely
move toward the middle.
Yeah, I mean, again, like there's the optimization. It's a little bit limited since I was actually thinking about this earlier, just kind of like I've been thinking a lot about games and how they're built and like how not just how the games are built, but like how the players interact with the game.
Yeah.
So like I don't like design my own games, but it's more like how the players respond to things in the game. And like I guess my observation was that I was thinking like when does optimization occur? And in Legion it's actually extremely difficult because the board is different every single time. So it's really hard to make it's really hard to make positional optimizations in advance,
Yeah. Well, and when you're playing a good player, he's going to limit your chances. So
Correct. He's going to deny you. Okay, so this is actually a little bit less than I thought it would be. It's still quite a bit. It's still 6. And 2 go to cover, but this is 4 Pierce 1. This could be dirty. Oh, no. That's not what you want to see. Whoa, those Death Troopers falling way earlier than I expected. That is very unfortunate.
Both squads,
A wipeout there for those red Death Troopers getting waxed by these clone infantry supers. That is deeply unfortunate for Krugar. Rolling 1 of 4 into a Pierce on a 3-up. Terrible.
I mean, he had his chance because that could have been a much bigger hit too.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, just some misfortune there for him. And Gideon now coming up. Doesn't have range to use his pistol. I think his pistol's still range too. Yeah.
Yes. Sean commenting that's why he plays pikes. All those dodges. So is Gideon trying to move to score here? I don't think he can without just getting melted at the least next turn. So
I see Pally in the chat. Welcome in. Saying as a former Californian calling Iowa, I never want to leave the snow. I'll take this Midwest winter all year. Yeah. I mean, it must be nice having seasons.
It is, yeah.
We kind of have 2 seasons in Florida. We have rainy season and everything else. And maybe a little bit of cold in January, which is what we're experiencing now. We've had quite a couple of like cold for Florida weeks, where it's like 40.
Oh yeah, I saw in the news that is a potential iguana. Raining iguana situation.
Yeah, deadly. It can be deadly to the iguanas. Yeah.
Not that it's funny, but it's hard not to have it be a little funny.
No, I mean it's it's comical, but it's
right, exactly.
Serious for the animal, but it's still comical. The visual is comical enough. But yeah.
Well, now these other troopers can fully move to where they need to be in the middle.
Oh, here we go. So this is the other clone super.
Troopers,
The other clone super is range 3 still on the dark troopers. And still range 3 at Gideon. He's just gonna try to pour into these guys and just burn them down. Like, see, you don't even need impact eventually because dark troopers are only what, armor 3?
Right.
So he's still going to get 2 hits here.
And that's really going to be the last threat. To be honest, I don't think one Dark Trooper squad is going to be able to do enough. So
Yeah, this terrain also is a little bit tough for Derek because it's kind of pushed him back. And John definitely board side did matter for sure. Looks like
yep,
1
and
wound on the DTs.
he did leave it so so he could take blue. I was able to watch the flop.
Yeah,
And,
this cliff in front of the saber tank is actually in the combination of this cliff and this redwood in the center, like having access to these two, very potent actually, because you basically steal cover from your opponent.
Yep, he took blue very quickly when he had the opportunity.
Yeah. It's not like Derek has nothing, but it's definitely not as good. Like some of the strongest terrain is like a piece of terrain like 4 inches tall and like a cylinder like 4 inches tall and like 4 inches across. Like
Yeah,
that's
that
an
middle POI,
extremely strong formation. Yeah.
that rock is huge right there. That would be
Yeah.
perfect.
All right, so this Dark Trooper squad is going to hopefully deliver some return pain against these super squads. That's not horrible
Right.
for to start. 2 of them crits. Did not take an aim for program, took a dodge instead. 2 cover
Right.
doesn't fly, so that's gonna go into the super squad. Did not share a dodge, just blocks it out. Man, with the surge token, brutal.
Yeah, I think he did spend 1. No, it was 4. Yeah, he didn't even need to.
Yeah. Did have a marksman with a dodge there he could have shared, but chose not to. It's looking super solid.
I'd be curious to see the interaction between the 212 and the wheel bike list. It'd be interesting to get a report on that. Yep, he is moving up for that recon point just to keep the pressure on. Why not?
Yeah, and here comes purple, the lunge we talked about with a double move to try to get the 2 units in range too.
And once he's up on points, it's going to be difficult for him to claw back, I think.
Yeah. So what is the clawback mechanic? So recon, there's very little. There's like no clawback there, right?
Nope.
There's 0 clawback. So you have no secondary clawback ability. And then for outflank itself, let's see.
Yeah, John's going to be able to score on his Vanguard units, and
Yeah,
his only option here is to kill that tank.
Does outflank also not have a clawback either? Like I'm not reading one.
Only if you could kill those Vanguard units.
Only if you kill Vanguards. Okay. But even then, that just slows down their VP scoring. It doesn't actually swing anything.
Well, if you can keep yours up and kill them,
Right, over time it will balance out, but you need time.
Yeah. It's not like a surface scan or a
or like a
sweep and clear situation.
Right, or like you can get like a 5-point swing or something to like decisively reverse the game.
All right. They didn't take the bait on the tank. They're going to keep pouring into that.
Yeah, and they used the frag launcher this time. They had the range.
Which is a good choice.
They'll have no cover now, so this is actually a fair number of saves that John will have to make here. Does he have a second surge? I don't think so. Still rolling very solidly. I'll take that roll. Without a surge, I'll take it. Still better than a 50%. So.
They can share with the tank, but the tank can't share with them. Is that correct? With the 212?
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Because that tank did have a surge, but...
Yes, that's correct. The vehicles cannot donate to the trooper. I believe that's correct.
Well, this is pretty crucial attack right here.
Yeah, he needs to do some damage here. This is the T-21 Scout. Yeah, so he's going to try to use the flanking position here in combination with the critical 2 of the T-21 to try to break through this armor.
because
He needs to score a decisive hit here with something.
and these other two can't move too far forward. They have to stay in range of that POI.
But I
So,
think the agent has to just sit on this POI and do nothing.
yep.
That's the best use for it. Just be a command and control bot. Good shot.
All right, all right.
That's 4 crits, 1 crit in addition from the impact because he's in the side arc. This could be big. He's got a surge though, so he can obs. No, obs doesn't convert. So look at the hits this armor is eating. It's eating 4 hits at least. He's got 6 in there. He got another crit. So 6 into the tank.
Oh,
2 wounds is not enough. Like it's just not enough.
kind of needed double that there.
Yeah, feels like it. I don't know. There's still a lot of game left, but you know, because we're just coming towards the bottom of 2, but a lot has happened, and 2 units are already dead.
Will get a shot in, but
Yeah,
it will mostly ineffective, I imagine.
it's tough too because it's clear that Krugar's list is more of a generalist,
yep,
kind of thing, and the skew is just like kind of just like outpacing him.
When he wanted to get those death troopers in there with that huge impact from up close, but they just never stood a chance.
Yeah, they melted.
Russian soldiers heading in Stalingrad.
Yeah. Pick up the rifle of the man in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, really nasty. So that's the end of the second round.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 for John, I imagine. 2 for 2 for Derek. Recon and Vanguard 3, probably 4-3.
4-3 for John. Yeah,
I think.
I think that's correct.
They both scored their Vanguard and took a point. John got his Recon.
4 for John. Rick.
So they'll get that standby now. Not wanting to teleport yet. Probably not a good spot to teleport to.
Oh yeah, he did play the teleport card now.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't. He played the standby card. Yeah.
For those standbys, yeah.
Yeah, so now he's got standbys on it, unstrippable standby on the Dark Troopers. That's super strong when you can lock something in like that.
Yeah, and he'll probably continue to attack the blue trooper squad back there. I don't think it's. I mean, ultimately, I feel like he needs to kill this tank to come back, but probably waste of shots until he clears something else out.
Well, it's tough because they're the only eligible things to really shoot. You know.
Yeah. I just don't see this purple tank dying.
Yeah, it's full health. There's only 2 rounds after this one, so you know I don't see it biting the dust either, unless something goes horribly wrong for John. But all right, we've got green saber activating here, turning to its right, looking to respond maybe to the advance of the Imperial forces on this side of the board. To ship me over on the strafing move. Strafe is reducing your speed by 1, but allowing you to move horizontally. Maybe he's trying to strafe out of range of these Dark Troopers that are in the middle to try to not trigger their standby. I think he's done it. That's pretty cool, John. Good move there. Pretty slick. Able to strafe backwards. Or strafe to the right and slightly back to avoid the standby trigger.
Yeah, I don't know that Derek minds that. I think he wants it on the
Yeah, it means he
troopers
sacrifices an aim
anyway.
token. No. But he's
Ryan
also
continuing to promote Twilight Imperium here.
oh, but here's the issue with this too. He's touching the rocks, so I don't think these yellow guys have cover. That's
Sure.
very bad for them. They're very allergic to this. This is not good. 5 coming in from the main cannon of the Saber, and it looks like, are they going to roll cover? No, they are not. They are denied cover, and 4 of them die. The T-21
Ouch.
is history. What a move from John. Really solid. He accomplished like 4 things there with 1 move, basically. But that's the kind of efficiency that like top players can demonstrate, right? Like this is par for the course at the highest level of play, right? Like you have like these moves that really just accelerate the tempo. It's like, okay, I put my damaged tank in a less vulnerable spot. I denied the standby. I denied the cover, and I removed a heavy weapon with the shot. Like that's really good.
And the troopers are going to only have 1 shot at that tank anyway. He'll probably move back out of range of, farther on his next turn. So they really only have 1 effective shot at it. So yeah,
Right. Well, we're also
very good play.
seeing the pressure that like what I would call opponent's choice effects put on the player trying to utilize them. Because like again, your opponent with through their cleverness can just avoid your trap. But it also forces you to wait. So like anything that like because like sure, they can shoot you and the standby won't go away, but you might lose efficacy, because you're taking wounds.
Right. And at some point, he's going to, at this point, need to activate them. And then they lose it as well.
Correct.
I mean, how long does he want to wait
So
to get that
so
shot
in a
off?
way, it's playing himself a little bit.
But yeah, I think he'll wait and shoot those troopers back there whenever they decide to go. So. Shore troopers coming up to say, "Hey, we're here too."
How do you say Zicha? Is it X? Is it, I think it's like a Z sound.
Yeah, I think so too. They're the easy guys to play. You can't play them. You got to go Cabal. Who doesn't like to eat stuff? Big space dinosaurs, I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh, they're like space dinos, huh? Welcome to Jurassic Park. Marksman gonna move down here now. They're these completely safe POI. I feel so bad for those death troopers. They just got waxed.
Very aggressive move. I don't know that he would do it again. Too much coming back at him.
I mean,
Ultimately, he took a shot at those marksmen behind the trees, and yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, he could have forward cohered a bit to make that standby. I don't know. I don't know that he wanted to shoot the tank with the standby anyway. Feels perhaps with the frag launcher.
here come the green storms with their sonic charge sabo.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, really a big question of like closing distance because like you can see how. I mean, these sabers, right? They just have the luxury of sitting back. They just luxuriate in the backfield and do a ton of damage.
Yeah, and he can't move forward.
Right.
It's his Vanguard unit.
Correct, because he has to stick to the POI. He is stuck on that POI. Score it.
I mean, he could move forward a bunch, but obviously doesn't want that.
Right. Not bad. It's a lot of hits, though.
Yep.
E2.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice. Okay. Big stuff. Good conversion there. Okay,
All
two.
right,
I'll take it, man. Absolutely.
the 5.
Saber's got 4 wounds left. I think. Yeah, they're 9 each. So Green Saber looking a little worse for wear, but not out of the fight by any means.
I don't.
So I
I guess the
predict
Dark Trooper.
Green
Yeah.
Saber will be eaten here at some point. But I don't think it's going to be for another, maybe on the final round that it finally dies.
Yep. So the standby point that Zogpog pointed out here, and that you said, maybe it was significant, and obviously a great play by John, because if he could have gotten a 1 or 2 on there for standby,
Not a
obviously would have been significant.
Zogpog said it's not a question of want. He's down in action economy. Could utilize the standby to move forward to the dark. Oh, that's actually fair. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. He can always move with the standby. He doesn't have to attack. Very good point. That's another thing too. Like they limited the strength of the attack option on standby.
Yep.
So moving becomes a little more powerful, relatively speaking. Okay,
Not like
so
the good old days.
oh, look at this. This is classic, right? Look at these. Look, am I playing a historical? Look at this. Look at these
Warm
infantry
up.
lined up right behind the tank. Nice. See a line of infantry following a Sherman. No, I'm kind of under the impression. I have this impression in my head that Shermans are actually quite small.
When you go to the historical museum, they're not gigantic, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about old guy, wheelhouse here. But
Yeah. I mean, I've seen I think I've seen it on film at least. They're not that large.
Yeah,
Well,
Brian pointing that out. Maybe the movement is the secret sauce of the standby, so we overlooked that, and
yeah. Fair enough.
and John did not. So
We don't know everything. No, I actually know very little about playing Empire correctly, relatively speaking. You know, I've tried, but I mean,
I played
Shadow's my wheelhouse still.
Dark Troopers was my entrance into New Legion after the pandemic and all that. When those came out, I got to play the overpowered version of them for a good year. So double bounty, double darks, felt pretty good.
All right, this poor last scout trooper, he's making an effort.
Guess you'll be safe there.
I'm gonna get an A on my paper. Emperor Palpatine will be so proud of me.
Maybe they'll just forget about me here.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they'll forget that I'm here. All right, Blue Saber. Really, no pressure, right? Like this guy is free and clear to just do whatever the heck he wants. I mean, you can't move into the woods. Are kind of stopping him a little bit because, like, ideally he would go exactly where the woods are and just turn and just start blasting onto that POI in the middle on Derek's side. But just play turret and just continue firing for the rest of the game.
Trying to find a way through there.
Yeah, these sabers, I keep forgetting they don't have beams. They do have beams.
Yep.
But he hasn't really
2 of
used
them
them. Yeah, 2 of them do. This one does. He could beam into the middle if he gets range 4 on something. Looks like he's shy though. Yeah, see here's the trouble. Another trouble point for large vehicles like this is that you have the POI, and you have this area terrain that you can't pass through, and they kind of pinch you away from doing anything you actually want to do.
Yeah, I may just need to do a double move here.
Yeah, it looks like he may have found a partial though that'll give him range 4. He's fishing for it, but I don't think he's gonna get it. Yeah, he might have to double move. That might be the correct option here. This angle sucks. Like, just to be frank.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Sean is degrading the leadership and the organization of the Empire in general. No heroism, just charging up that hill.
I
Probably
mean,
true.
let's not romanticize. Let's not, let's not. We don't have to buy into the imperial propaganda.
But maybe that lone hero who, his dad was, he joined for the right reason.
Oh God. Oh man, we can crack that open for sure.
No, one of my best friends plays Empire, and he always accuses all of us rebels of being terrorists. So
Oh goodness, yeah. Hopefully it's just a LARP.
it is. It is.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
He's about as left leaning as they come. So
Yeah. I don't want to delve too deep into that, but let's just say unironically rooting for the bad guys is not should be less of a thing these days. Just
absolutely.
to be a little less overtly political. But yeah.
Well, it looks like he was able to maneuver that with his strafing to get a shot on those troopers. Keep pouring it on.
Yeah, so he found an angle. Okay, he did find. So he's using the back half of the saber to see around the tree.
The beam is a turret, or all those weapons are from my.
Yeah, that's
memory.
correct. So it does not have an arc. It can just fire at 360. He'll just be able to beam his way into hitting both of the Dark Troopers. But again, Dark Troopers usually have enough armor to resist this. Although, no, he's shooting the big shot into one, and then the beam will tag the other two. Because this beam too still, right? So it's actually 3 targets you can tag. Gosh, that's strong.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so pretty great lead off here. 5 saves. Derek again solidly. His Dark Troopers are not taking as much damage as they normally
does
would.
lose a guy though.
He does lose a mini. He's gonna lose 2 dice there. Double crit on the freaking beam. Are you kidding me?
Well, whatever dice problems he was having are certainly gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Huh.
As it seems how it usually works out, right?
Okay, there's another DT down. Oh no, he's beaming to the shores. Never mind, that's not the Dark Troopers. Now beaming up to either Gideon or the other D Darks. I'm not sure. Rerolling, doesn't get a crit. Dark Troopers just shrug that. So, still, I would say that's a good beam.
Yeah.
Getting a double crit on the second charge, and then for the first charge, their first bounce, and then second bounce, 2 hits, but running into the armor of the Dark Troopers there.
Shore troopers are like, hey, what did we do? Beam out of nowhere.
Well, welcome in at TK. Says, so good to hear you and listen to see Bushman on Go Inferno. I've been watching but was on the phone. Couldn't listen in. Well, welcome. Thank you for watching. And thanks to everybody for watching. We got 24 people. It's basically like a classroom full of people watching the stream. So that's pretty cool. All right, moving out with the Dark Troopers. Their time has come to activate and do the damage.
Yeah, put some pressure on these troopers. That's what I would have picked.
Yeah, so I think the frag launcher. Did he refresh the frag launcher at any point? It doesn't have ready. It has to be physically recovered. Maybe he recovered it earlier.
Yeah. It's got cycle, so he just misses a turn on it.
Oh, it does have cycle. Okay.
Yeah.
Delicious. Love cycle.
just wait a turn. Oh.
Nasty hit there. That's 4 troopers dead. I'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you can thin them out, only, well, he's got that big squad yet there, but,
There's no way to really remove the recon at this stage of the game because I'm trying to think of VP mechanics here. He can't remove the recon. He's too far gone because it's on a tank. It's around 3 already.
And with no wounds on it.
And 0 wounds
Gideon
on it.
has to score.
Yeah, Gideon.
Yeah, I guess he has designs on that back point to
Yeah, he's gonna try to advance
contest.
and contest the double. Yeah, I mean he needs to. That's how he's gonna win. He's gonna attack
Get,
the VP across the way.
so he could get 3 on there with Gideon potentially, and John will have only ability to get, well, he could, if all 3 of these guys, Cody and the 2 units, we'll see.
John returned firing with Cody because of the command card. Actually, this was a command card return shot, so a bonus shot from Cody. Looks like he killed a Dark Trooper there on their bonus shot. Yeah, that's the key. Just get some dice luck in you. All in the wrist, right? Comes to the dice.
Even on tabletop, yeah.
Even on TTS, right? It's all in the digital wrist. Yeah, so I mean, John's slightly ahead. There's still game to be played for sure. Derek has a couple of outs. It's just really
Yeah,
tough when you're being pinched by sabers like this. You have to advance
just
into them to
can't
score.
exactly tell if he's able to. He won't be able to score that back point, I don't think, but he will be able to maybe deny John point. So that would even things up if Gideon can also score, but yeah.
Another marksman coming here. Are limited to speed 1, so that is a little bit damaging because they can't quite get to that point. They're just going to double move it. Yep, he's just going to park him. That's smart.
Yep,
No
has
need,
to.
no need to push damage. He's just going to park them there to contest. Try to counteract this yellow guy. For Derek, this yellow scout.
And those troopers may be able to move over and then take out that scout. That would be the play I would make.
Marksmen are interesting, right? They're definitely like a budget play. Like you're basically taking them because infantry are too expensive.
Yeah,
You
and
don't
I think it
really
works in John's army with the infiltrate and whatnot.
right. So they have prepared, so they can head and then infiltrate on the card. So you got a lot of like ability to push your army up. Dart Trooper is going to move. Are they? I don't even think they're climbing here technically, but because they're moving from height to height. But that's.
Yeah,
I guess this is a climb of sorts.
I mean, it could be significant if he can take this whole unit out, which is not out of the question here.
Yeah, there's only 4 miniatures left. They have access to 1 surge, so it's possible. I mean, he's got assault cannon never exhausts, so he has the option to assault cannon his way into more damage on John's army.
Correct. Yeah, and they also add those dodges early. That helps.
Yeah,
Sean was pointing out with those marksmen.
that's right. They have the dodge. They can hand out dodges to tanks because of the ability of vehicles to soak up those tokens.
Well, in any number of streams and any number of games that have out with you guys, and we always think we know what's going on early. This could be another one of the cases.
Yeah.
This could be. I think he wins this point if he wipes this unit.
Here comes the assault cannon. Nice hit. 2 crits and 3 hits. No cover because he's on top of that cliff there, I don't think. I know he does have cover, never mind. But it doesn't show up, so it's regardless. 5 saves, spends the surge, takes 1. Well, we won't deny a wound, but still.
Right.
Not the
Potential turning point.
yeah, not the result he was probably hoping for there, but hey, if with a surge present, It's average, roughly. Slightly above, but now Cody will just shoot back. He's gonna aim and shoot, and maybe turn the Pierce on.
I think he. I would have come up to control this point.
No, it looks like he didn't aim. Actually, might have had an aim from elsewhere. Slow down and see what he's actually doing. Okay, so he did the roll, so he didn't actually spend any aim. So they resist the damage because they saved. And Cody has a second action, I believe. Or no. This wasn't even Cody's activation. This
Oh,
was
it's
the
the
bonus
Cody
shot.
attack. Yeah,
This was the bonus attack again. So a
that
second
makes more
bonus
sense.
attack from Cody. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see him go to try to kill this scout here if he can.
Dominable for the super squad, removing 2 suppression, which is the perfect amount. Both actions in play. Gotta be careful of the standby from the other Dark Trooper. He can avoid it by moving behind the cliff. Moment of consideration looking hard to use in this scenario.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. We're just hoping for the bonus here. He's gonna go for the loner.
Yeah.
Unit leader can definitely see. Other 2 guys can definitely
Certainly
see.
agree.
I think this guy's a goner. From the Pierce.
Yeah.
Yep. 2 crits and a Pierce. He's dead. So burned up there. Leaving 1 to 2 on this VP. Or on this point of
Gideon
interest.
could probably get there, so we'll see if he thinks of that and moves Cody over.
Yeah, Gideon could get there. Cody can move there. It could
Perhaps
be a tie. Yeah.
yeah. Dark Troopers have 1 activation. I don't think he makes it, but maybe.
Just short.
Very close.
He's just short.
Trying to be able to see those.
I mean, I don't think he has a
Troopers that
shot
just
here.
move.
I don't think he has a shot. I think he just double moves. Or moves. Well, he can't double move. He's a Dark Trooper, for goodness
Yeah.
sake. Ugh, man. So much negative economy. Just
Well, he's going to
awful.
have a shot on those guys, so that's good. So
That's
I think the leader
true.
can see. But
That's true.
yeah, could be big with the frag launcher.
I hate negative economy. Worst.
Yeah, I like where he's at a lot better than where I thought he was.
Very
That
tough to
Saber's going
use. Sorry, go ahead.
to, that Saber's going to move up next turn to be able to contest that back point of his. So, everything's going to get even more jumbled. But I liked his play this round. I think he had a couple of chances to really pull it back. And this is going to hurt those units. So it'll be, if he wipes this unit, Gideon moves up, he could still take that point.
Going for it. That's pretty good. Again, 2 crits, 3 hits. 1 to cover. 4 saves.
Okay.
Any surge access? No. I believe he's going to take 2 there. So kills the shotgun, which is actually great. The win for Derek for sure.
Yep.
Getting that shotgun out of the picture.
So yeah, he was very close to being able to take that unit out. But
And the AP Shell Saber actually is, well, they're coming into the minimum range a little bit as well. Range 1, they would be inside the minimum for the AP Shell on the green tank as well. Cody's going to double move. Yeah, there's no reason not to.
yeah, and the
Just
Dark
stack.
Troopers had to move, so that got wasted standby. So yeah.
Yeah, you just double move
You were right
in,
about that.
and then Gideon come up and try to. Even if Gideon comes up now, it's not going to matter because of the that one guy left, that unit leader there.
Yep.
Score the recon for John.
Well, Gideon has to get up there to score that recon.
Gideon will have to get up there actually. Yeah.
Oh, he has another activation on this Dark Trooper.
Oh, does
My
he?
bad.
Oh, he does. Oh, okay. That's actually that could change a lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Huge.
so he can move and kill the loner on the clone side and shift this POI then. That's actually huge. Okay. So he
He
might be
could
able to stop it.
split fire as well.
That's true. He could split away the assault cannon.
Because
Maybe
the
put maybe.
frag will be active now. So,
Oh yeah.
alrighty.
There's a lot of options for Derek here. Dark troopers showing their strength in the close quarters, which is what they do.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't feel good about those troopers right in
Yeah.
there with those darks. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're denying all their defenses basically, except for their save, but Pierce. There's no Pierce on darks, thankfully, but it's a solid enough pool. Anybody be scared of it. Here comes Moff Gideon. You have something I want. As the POI.
And this is not his relentless turn.
No, he did not play Die at My Hand. One pip that gives him Relentless.
So I don't think he can get a shot off here. He's got a double move from my math anyway.
I think Krugar's weighing a range 1 or range 2 pistol here versus what his Dark Troopers will do when they activate their second time.
Gets the aim with the tactical. I don't know. I don't see it, I guess. I feel like he has to contest up there.
It's the aim tactical.
I guess unless he feels with Gideon in the darks, he can eliminate both of those units.
Oh yeah, he's gonna try to pick off the singleton with his Pierce. That's a good call. Here comes Gideon's pistol. No crit, unfortunately, yet. Crit would seal
Late
it.
cover roll here, yeah.
A cover roll's huge here. One gets in. Pearson.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. Super squad down for John. First
Jerry's game
activation
shot
down.
tuning in. Thanks for coming in.
Hey Jerry, thank you. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope the equipment's working out. DM me, man. Like should talk about what's happening for Adepticon. I know John already talked to Hank, but I just hope I hope he's contacted you because I told him you do some good work. So, if you guys haven't checked out Jerry's channel, Jerry's Game Shop on YouTube, a very good channel.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Gideon had to take a return shot from Cody, and that actually the leopard ate his face. 2 wounds into Gideon off of a Cody bonus attack. That hurts, man. That's nasty. Approaching honey badger levels of nasty.
So these darks will move up and they need to, either way it'll cause a bunch of damage, but if they can actually kill that whole squad, which with the observed and whatnot could be big.
You know what would be really cute here is if they just move up and wax Cody in one go. Because Cody has no defenses. He's got nothing. So this is as vulnerable as Cody will ever be. Oh, look at this move from John. The Saber cutting in behind the Dark Troopers. Trying to cut off this secure for the POI. Going to go into the Dark Troopers at point blank range here. And then split. It's beaming through the entire army because range 1 is very far, actually. He's actually going to beam through this whole cluster of Imperial forces here. Starting with these Dark Troopers who have yet to activate. Big shot from the tank. Huge.
Huge. And now he contests that point back there, so that whole plan down the tube.
That plan is down the tube with that move from the Saber. Holy moly. Gonna take 5 saves here? No, just 4. Okay. Ooh.
Ouch.
3 wounds. That hurts so much. That's gonna kill the frag launcher. Yeah, he's got to drop the frag launcher because you need the assault cannon to buoy the dice pool. Ooh, killing the frag right before it goes off. John with a clutch Saber tank play. Bouncing over to the other Dark Troopers. He's going to use the Observe to fish for a crit. Doesn't happen. 1 save. Makes it. Bouncing now to Gideon.
Now is definitely threatened. All right.
And no surge on the Saber. Just the 1. Or no, I guess he is surging? Oh, because he is a Saber tank. Okay. And Gideon takes a 3rd wound out of 5. That really sucks. I'm sorry. That's really not good. Not good. Not great. Or good. Jeez. These Sabers, man, showing what they're made of.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who'd like to try out the Sabers, Jerry. It's I think it takes a certain amount of skill to be sure with that low activations, but John's really, he's got the reps in, but he's showing what it can do, I would say. Derek playing well, but it seems to be such an uphill battle.
And so here comes the remains of that Dark Trooper squad, the fragger launcher off the board. Definitely reducing the damage potential. You're not going to do much other than wound. You're not going to be able to kill outright because you're missing the dice now.
Yeah,
Still 5 black.
To do it, but probably takes Cody off the board. He's probably going to go after the troopers, yep.
Well, gets full marks, okay. No aims necessary. 5 saves. Takes out 3. Nice. The 3 marksmen down. Just getting rid of their effectiveness, and Gideon can clean that squad up now with 1 tap. Oh man, okay, so this is a real fight over this POI. Like, it's real. Gideon might have to fall back to defend the home POI. It's so tough, though.
Yeah.
If he survives, yeah, he's only got 2 wounds left. So, I mean, where can Gideon go?
He's got to play the relentless card almost for sure.
Yeah, he's got to play the 1 pip or he's going to lose his chance to do it. There's almost no point now in playing the 2 pip because it doesn't profit him anything to play the 2 pip at all. Like, that ship has sailed. So, you know, he could play Die by My Hand and uplink to guarantee. That's definitely a play that would be in my head if I was in Derek's position.
Yep. I think he's got the card in there. That would be the time. And you get to decide after, but.
Yeah, you could decide after you see it, but, you know, you can play the 1 and then potentially uplink if you need to. But yeah, I mean, you got to get the mileage out of Gideon while he's still on the table because I think he's been flushed out here. Like, and the only place he can go is be totally ineffective if he wants to survive. So I think he's going to have to die fighting. Like, I don't think it's a question anymore.
So no one scored there, no one scored here, and they both scored their flanks. And I'm thinking they both got recon.
Yeah, it looks like they both got recon, so I think that's 3 points for both.
Yep, that's what I see.
All right, so he's playing the Cody 3. Yeah, Gideon 1 comes out. Doesn't need to uplink. Cody 3 combined arms. he's able to double up on obs, but it's really the orders that matter. He's gonna have
Yeah.
perfect
He just
control
yep.
basically. But with entourage, he'll have perfect control.
I don't see how Gideon survives here.
Yeah, I'm
He'll
not
be able
seeing it
to
either.
take somebody out, but you know, he doesn't have the dice to do anything substantial other than take out this infantry, I believe.
I mean, he
So,
has to blow up Cody at some point here. At least I think. Does Gideon have the dark
right.
saber equipped? No. No, he
Yep,
does.
he doesn't.
No, he
Yeah,
does. He does. So he could just go for the throat here and try to kill Cody. Like, he's got tactical. He's got 5 dice, Pierce 1. Cody has no surge access. I mean, there's an outside chance you just one tap him, and if you
yep.
don't, now you're in melee. So you'll be alive as long as Cody doesn't activate. You also shut down Cody's shooting because Cody melee is not as good as his gun for sure. It's only 2 red. That's actually
Yeah.
survivable.
He has to go on Cody, his only chance of living as well, probably.
Yeah, I think going on Cody's his only chance of living longer than 1 activation. So I think you just go full tilt, charge Cody, try to kill him, and
I think
trade.
the tanks are happy to shoot dark troopers though, so we'll, but nevertheless, he has to do it.
Yeah, I think he's forced to do this. They're talking about getting down off the terrain. Can he reach Cody? That's a problem. Might be able to.
Looks to be.
Yeah, he's able. I think he's able to. Yeah, he can get it. Okay. Yep, this is the trick right here. Let's go into Cody. 2 aims, pierce 1. You're gonna get 5 probably. Die at my hand that gives you an aim natively also gives you a dodge. You're actually gonna get 3 aims and a dodge here, I think.
Yeah.
He
I think that
might be contemplating just picking this trooper. I don't think that's worth it. I think you got to go for the throat.
The trooper will die.
It'll die eventually, but yeah, I think this is your chance
So
to
I
do.
think
You got to maximize your damage, right? Like,
that super squad is just going to eat those darks after this turn. I have a feeling.
yeah, okay, he's going for the pistol shot. Looks like. Okay, well, not my choice,
And then
but
move into melee.
maybe then moving to melee with Cody. Yeah, I mean, do this a different way. I mean, it's going to be 3 and pierce 1. Like, there's no reason to even spend your aims at this point. He's just dead.
Right.
Okay, he's going to pistol and then move into Cody. Okay, this is interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I like that play.
But now
Chances
it's like
of killing Cody were low, and basically it frees up the dark troopers to do other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, if I'm behind, I have to take the risky play. Like, that's just my style, I guess. But
Yeah, I just think this super squad's just gonna just
yeah, it'll just annihilate whatever's in front of it now.
These darks. Yeah.
Yeah, this 2-man dark trooper is toast. The super will eat it. The other tank will eat it. Man, it's so tough. Here's the thing I noticed too about John's list. He is doing damage every single round and consistently. Like, it is really easy for his list to put out damage. Like, very easy.
Yeah.
And I mean, by comparison, like, I hope John has his stats tracking. He may not have it done, but we used to do stats tracking for like dice quantity.
Mm-hmm.
And we would, like, see who threw more dice over the course of the game, and like that was definitely an indicator of who would win. Because it's like I always call it like time on target, right? Or
Right.
time, or so-called, there's two, I use 2 phrases. I use time on target, which is like how much time did I spend shooting, or how many actions did I spend shooting over versus the maximum number of actions or dice I could have thrown. And then I call it time of possession, which is how much of the game clock did I eat, which is only relevant in terms of in tournament, but I think of like possession and I think of like total dice thrown.
Yeah,
Just
especially in
Go ahead.
2.0 Legion, like in the olden days, you could get away with not on several objectives, but not anymore.
All right, Super's gonna burn these Dark Troopers down one tap. Just watch. Super's
Yeah,
like,
he
watch
only
me
needs
work.
3.
Boom, 8. So brutal.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
he had no other choice. He had to go with Gideon first.
Yeah, flubs the conversion, needs 3 wounds, probably gonna get it. I'd be surprised if they live. So it's -3, so 5 saves. Oh, he does have impact 1 because of the shotgun, so it's actually 6 saves. Or no, never mind. It's the same because it evens out. Oh, only 4. Okay, never mind. Oh, they save it all, so they're only gonna take 1 wound, but it's enough to kill the
Wow.
assault cannon.
Yeah,
But that activation living is very important.
absolutely. Yeah, no, that surprises me. And now, like Zog had said there, that they can maybe hide if they want to in melee.
Yeah,
or...
now they can run if they want to, or tag melee and like shut down the shooting. Like there's lots of things that little guy can do. Ah, okay.
That surprised me. I thought they were just going to get melted.
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna survive that. That was it's an unexpected twist.
I guess Cody could get out of dodge.
Yeah, Cody
Open
doesn't want to
Gideon
stick
up.
around here. He just wants to move, but he doesn't. Well, now that he's in melee with, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, is he gonna
Yep, now
punch
he won't be
Cody?
able
He's
to-
gonna punch Cody because he's got a good punch. It's his best attack, actually.
Yeah,
Is
right in the water,
the
right?
crushing punch from the Dark Trooper. You're gonna see some of those. So you have to imagine with me, audience, the martial arts being conducted by this Dark Trooper into Cody's face.
Like beating down the door in the Mandalorian.
Exactly. Or like sparring with Thrawn in the in Rebels. I think those were the proto Dark Troopers, right? The ones before Gideon got a hold of his.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
2 hits. Okay, that's good. Cody takes 1. Not bad. Oh, he spends a search for the freaking clones. Never mind. I forgot those guys had a search to spend. That's the obvious choice, too. Clone sharing is range 2 now. It's still in my brain that it's range 1.
Well, he played a lot of Old Legion.
Oh yeah, I have it's a deep scar in my brain tissue that clone token sharing is range 1. Oh, that's true. Cody can't get out now. The audience is saying correctly that Cody cannot actually withdraw. He doesn't have disengage.
Yeah, he can't disengage, but he can always withdraw.
Okay.
Like that's how you lock.
Okay, so withdraw. So
loop.
disengage is limited, but withdraw is limited.
Right. So he loses his action, but yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So withdraw is not limited. Okay. Sometimes we know, sometimes we don't. That's okay.
Well, when you say it before you think about it too, like we all do that, right?
Yeah, we've all had those moments where we don't filter correctly.
when I play a bunch of Jedi Luke, and that's why I've been running him without force push lately, just because of the trying to get activations up, and
Right.
that's the one way to lock him down, because then he can't do his
Yeah,
that I wish I had
he
force
can't do his
push.
special stuff, so he has to spend an action to
Right.
withdraw, and then of course has to do everything that brings with it, which includes not attacking, which you don't
Which
like because you don't like giving away attacks on your 200-point force user.
exactly. Luke can get away with it more than some.
Yeah,
You wish you had force push, but with the Techno Force now, everyone's saying that force push should come back down, so I'm all for that.
maybe. I don't know. I think force pushes still should be 40.
I agree. I don't think it will, but
I don't want to. I think people want it back, but I don't think they actually want it back. Force push is heyday. It's still really good, and I know Nathan, on our podcast, swears
oh
by
yeah.
it. He will never not take force push.
Oh
And
no, I mean he's who I learned it from.
I
So
mean, I agree. I think if I invest above like a certain amount of points in a force user, there's got to be a force push attached.
yeah, and Luke can get away without it in a lot of circumstances, more so than other Jedi, but he's so powerful with it. So yeah.
Okay, so it looks like Cody got out of melee, and now he's on top of the cliff with the Dark Troopers. I don't believe he is in melee again.
No, he
He's just
can't
hanging
be.
out right in their
Yeah.
faces, but he's not in melee. Now this lone Dark Trooper on a second activation will chase Cody and lock him in
To
melee
survive.
again, survive
Yeah.
the incoming ranged fire from the sabers. I think that's the correct play to get that guy safe, but again, there's no room for Gideon to run, so Gideon will just have to eat it, whatever's coming his way.
Yep. Gideon will eat it, and the saber will move up, and then hopefully these stormtroopers on the side will be able to put some wounds on that saber.
Cody just going 3 for 3 on saves here.
That doesn't hurt.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm not gonna fall for this. Speaking of future releases in Thrawn, I'm super eager to see what High Command does for Empire.
Yeah, I would have to say that has to be one of the most anticipated releases with
Oh
all
yeah,
the
dude.
players that I
I
know.
mean, I'm also a big Peter Cushing fan, and
Yeah,
rightly so, because the man played Napoleonics. So
exactly. The
you
pictures
know,
of him and his slippers painting minis is one of my favorite.
yeah, he wore those slippers on set, right? I'm sure everyone knows that he wore, because the jack boots they gave him were too damn tight. They were killing him. He has wide feet, so I don't blame him. But they were so bad. Apparently, he's like, I gotta do my slippers thing. That's why you never see his feet.
Yeah, we got some Empire players wanting to. I think it's Contempt is Tarkin's attack, the one white,
Yeah, contempt. Yeah,
and their goal is to kill somebody with Contempt. So
yeah. I mean, he probably should. I mean, we should probably just call that foul stench because Leia told him he had a foul stench. Listen to the audiobook they wrote about Tarkin. He's a bastard. He's not a nice guy.
oh no doubt, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole I think it's like the Carrion Spike is the ship in that book, and like all kinds of stuff.
Well, Saber's gonna try to eat into these darks before they can do anything.
Oh man,
Okay,
solid hit.
big.
It's just rock solid, dude. Like I'll take that any day.
Ouch.
Oh, that's painful, man. 3 wounds.
Behind
Yikes.
another guy.
Okay, so kills a guy, kills the frag out of this squad now. Yeah, so I think Krugar's offensive output has been effectively neutered. Like without the frag
Yeah.
launcher, without any frag launchers, this is very negative.
Yes, Sean, I agree with you. I don't. especially when we learned that he landed on.
I mean, I'll just go on the record and say
Landed.
authoritarian systems reward psychopathy. So, you know,
Yeah,
do with that
exactly.
what you will.
If Gideon dies, so I don't think we updated score either. It was what, 7-6
It's
now?
currently 7-6. Yes, that's what I have on my record here. Yeah, I think Gideon is gonna be toast. Am I seeing things, or is this a new round?
Um,
No, no, this is just combined arms. Okay, this is what this is.
yeah,
This is combined arms moving this squad.
not quite getting there.
They
But
already activated, but they're able to move outside of their activation because of the observation expenditure. Because every time an allied vehicle attacks, you can cause the trooper to move because you spend the obs. That's a good use of Cody's card there. That's one of the harder effects in the game to actually pull off.
yep. So now he's contesting with this saber. I bet he'll use the other one to try to wipe up those shores. Does he have a shot on Gideon or? Go on the darks.
I really hope they will give Shadow Collective an advantage. That would be very nice of them. I don't know. I feel like they should just embrace the fact that Collective is its own faction in a way. I know there's some.
Yeah,
I know some people
why
feel
not, right?
some way about there being a scum and villainy proper faction. That's like leftover from X-Wing.
Yeah.
Oof, nice shot here from these Stormies. A lot of hits. Side arc as
Into the,
well.
all right.
Tons of aims here.
Not coming through.
Only gonna dish 3, I think. Saber does
Well,
take wounds. That's the spike he was looking for. It's a little late in
should
the
be on
the
one now, I
day.
think.
It's gonna live on 1, yeah, or live on 2 actually, because there's 2 wounds left here, 7 out of 9. So
Well,
that was the spike he was looking for. It's a little late in the day, but it did happen. That saber will be damaged and limited to 1 action on its turn to go, which it's going to do right now. I also played Scum and Villainy, Sean. I played Fen Rao, Captain Nim, and the Initiative 1 quad jumper. Because I was a jerk. I found this combo with Cloaking Device and Intel Agent that was very filthy. Basically, you could tractor beam people and throw them onto asteroids. So if you gamed your initiative correctly, you could predict exactly where they were going to go and throw them onto a rock and make them drive into the rock repeatedly. It was a very,
yeah, I'm
very
not sure,
filthy move.
Zog, if he dodged one of them, if he had a built-in dodge or. Oh, the tank coming back at the darks.
I think this is another AP shell. This could be a lot of damage. Yeah, it's definitely AP shell making 6 saves here. Oh, they're dead.
Oh, that's
They're
them.
gone, I think. Or are they 1
Oh, no.
wound?
1 wound, yeah.
1 wound,
So they were
sorry. I
right.
thought they had 3 instead of 4. They're alive still. Somehow. And combined arms triggers again. There's no cap. You could actually trigger combined arms on the same unit multiple times. And which he's done.
Yeah.
He's able to do
That's
that.
huge. The fact that you can use it on the same unit,
So
very,
yeah, he just pushed that unit 2
very
times.
nice work.
Yeah,
Yep.
very good. John just playing in an exemplary fashion here, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
Really good. Like he's demonstrated a lot of the strengths of the list this game. He's had the opportunity to do that, and he's done so.
I'm sure Derek even had oh wait, combined arms does what?
Yeah,
Moment?
possibly. Yeah, I haven't played
Yeah.
against 212 for sure, but now seeing it in action, it's like holy moly, this thing is actually a beast if you play it right. I'm not gonna be started on TLT Y wings and K wings. How about the what was it, Miranda Nim that won 14 regionals in a row before they emergency nerfed it? Like the thing was unbeatable. Like it just sailed to the top in like 14 regionals in a row, and they finally nerfed it. We don't have enough events to actually make something like that happen. Or also, I think our game is
No.
too variable to have a list that's evident like that.
I think when Dark Troopers came out, potentially.
Yeah. I mean, I was way into X-wing, like probably in an unhealthy way. Like I could number all the sins, you know, like Manaroo, Triple Jump Master, Miranda Nim, you know, I could just go down the list. It's a litany. Imperial Aces, you know, Dash Poe.
It's amazing how that was a gateway for so many people into Legion.
It really was. I didn't play miniatures
Yeah.
before I played X-wing. And I didn't play Legion before I played X-wing. X-wing led me directly to Legion because I was like, wow, this is Star Wars. This is the cross between Star Wars and what I see on the 40K tables that I'm looking for.
Yeah, those early days were so fun. Just as even though it was so limiting on what you could build, just felt something very new at the time.
Like punch from the Dark Trooper, finally putting a wound into Cody.
Yep.
They've tried 5 times. They've been successful once.
Is that his
Gideon,
first wound?
Gideon's still alive. That is Cody's first wound. Yes, Gideon's still alive, by the way.
Fair.
So
Yeah, and kind of no one left to shoot him, but
will it matter next turn? Is the question.
so it's 1, 2, 3 to 3. The Saber doing that wonderful double contest.
Yeah, he's able to park that Saber to contest both. That's great.
Marksman and Saber left.
Looks like it.
I don't know what shot. So we will have the same score this round.
It'll be 3 to 3, 3 plus 3 for both, I guess.
If he can take out these shores. I don't know if he has a shot or not.
Oh. Marksmen need aims to increase their range, so range 4 is not in the picture, I don't think. Back to the agent.
Does he have anything he can throw at the tank? No.
They're actually counting 8 to 7 now because of recon being scored.
Oh, coming off that point, potentially.
Oof, sneezed off mic. Thank God I caught it in time. Sure, everyone wants to hear a cough or a sneeze directly in the microphone, I'm sure. Anyway, okay, so
It looked like he was considering coming off that point, but thought better of it, which I would say is the right choice.
yeah, agent firing its pistol, getting a crit through onto the tank, taking it down to 1 health remaining. So green will probably bite it, like so at least 1 saber will go, but
You know,
still, what a struggle to even kill one of these things. Especially when you've got 2 others on the field putting pressure. It's also just tough for Krugar's list, man. Like long range impact definitely scarce. This is just it's a tough list to play into with what he's got. You know.
I think he purposely wanted to try this just to see how it would run into it, because he was saying that he didn't face it at all. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think he's seeing the issues.
Looking to
I find Derek to be very perceptive. He's a very good player.
Yeah, I always say that best game of Legion I've ever played. It was a virtual standstill, and it was just felt like this is why I play Legion. You know, it's what I refer to whenever I'm trying to teach competitive play to people. Like, it's that game. So.
Yeah, that's right. Score-wise is super close right now, but again, like attrition is very obviously in John's favor. I think that will secure him the day. Another saber shot incoming. Gonna try to take out Gideon. Yeah. Not looking good for the man. Definitely see Gideon because of the side of the tank. I guess he got a strafe to get this middle. Heavy cover for 0. That's not good. Dodge 1. Takes 6 here. Gideon with 2 health left. He bites the dust.
Okay.
That may seal it right there. Because with Gideon gone, now it's 3-2 forever on this point, basically. Recon drops as well, which is also very negative for Krugar, meaning he won't score his. I guess. Well, does he have any activations left with the darks? Maybe he can pick it up.
Yeah.
Oh no, but John can drop it out of range.
Right.
Because it's John's choice. Oh wow.
And he scored it this round, but yeah.
Yeah, but next round it's probably gonna be harder to get to.
I wouldn't be surprised if they call it.
Me too.
Because it'll be a point deficit that you may want to play around just to kill that tank. I know I would.
Yeah, I would also play until that tank dropped, but Dark Troopers are punching Cody though, so
So 1, 2.
you know, it's kind of amusing. You take these shores and you just aim and long shot your way into the green tank and try to get the crit. I think that's what he's doing. I think he heard my thoughts. Go for it, baby. Let's go. Crit fishing. Here we go. 3 black. Let's do this. 1 crit is all we need. Hey.
He
All
finds
right.
it.
He finds it. He's got a 1 in 3. Nah, damn. Okay. Ah.
Oh.
He tried. They tried
So they
really.
already scored recon. So it was 8-7. Did you say?
Yeah, it's 8-7 now. Yeah, because they already scored recon.
So it'll be John will score 3 more and Derek will score 2.
Yep. So
11
it'll
to
be
9.
11
So he could
to
literally
9.
just activate his recon unit.
And
really,
hit 12, and then
yeah.
yeah. So 11 now for John. 9 for Derek. John widening his lead as we enter the 5th round.
Other than a moral victory, killing that tank is all that it will do. Even if the Dark Troopers were to kill Cody, there's no way they both survive. So yeah, similar score.
All right, so as we enter round 5, just to remind everybody that if you want to look at the list directly, they're in the description of the stream. And of course, there is a link to our coffee, ko-fi.com/wintermoonwargaming. Never a requirement to donate to the stream, but it definitely helps us continue operating. So if you have the ability, please do visit the coffee and leave us a donation, either one time or subscription. Thank you so much. We appreciate you for watching, and thanks for supporting the stream. All right, as we get back to this round top of 5 here, Krugar has determined that he cannot, in fact, come back from this position, and he is going to concede the game. So with that, we're going to hop into the player's channel now, and we're going to go into our post-match analysis. We're going to leave the stream. We're going to turn the stream off, do post-match. We're going to post this analysis on the YouTube channel. You can, of course, listen to it as soon as it's available by becoming a member. Members do get access first to these post-game analyses of our show match series. So do consider also becoming a YouTube member if you have the ability. They will be available to you later without a membership if you are willing to wait. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching.
Everybody.
Thank you, Tom,
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for casting with us, and thanks for watching, everyone. We will see you in the future. I don't actually know when our next one is. Maybe in 2 weeks is usually the cadence we keep for these. We still have to plan the rest of the series out, but thanks so much. Again, John, your winner tonight, 11 to 9. It's 212, putting on a master class here. And thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll